Hello! Today we are going to learn how to use the Oxford Plasma Lab 100 system and software. Step 1. Logging into the software. When you first arrive at the tool, it should be in view-only mode. To log in, navigate to the top left, press the button, navigate to User Login, enter your username and password, hit Verify, then OK, and you'll be logged into the system. Step 2. Using the load lock to transfer wafers in and out of the tool. From the pumping screen, go to the load lock controls, stop pumping, and then vent the load lock. The load lock will go through several stages of purging and pumping before finally venting up to atmosphere. This takes about 1 minute. Once the load lock is at atmosphere, pull up on the handle, retrieve the wafer that's already present, return it to its proper location, and load the wafer that you wish to process with. Note that the major flat of the wafer should line up between the two pegs on the transfer arm. Lower the door to the load lock, press stop, and press evacuate to pump the load lock down, entering a name for the wafer before pressing yes. After several minutes, the load lock will be at vacuum and ready to transfer. Step 3. Loading, modifying, and starting your recipe. After your wafer is loaded, use the menu to travel to the Recipes section of the software. From here, you can load the recipe you plan to use. You can overwrite recipes in the short-term memory, but you can't make permanent changes or deletions. Once your recipe is loaded, go to the step you would like to edit. Typically, users only edit the time of a recipe. But if you are in a process development stage, you might edit the pressure, the power, the ICP power, or any of the gas flows. For sensitive applications that need a consistent etch rate, you can also add helium backside cooling. Once you've made all the necessary changes to your process step, press Save to temporarily save this to the recipe. These changes will not be permanent. Once your recipe is configured, press Run Now. The software will change to the Chamber 1 overview, and the wafer will transfer from the load lock into the chamber. Once the wafer is loaded into the process chamber, the process will start. Gases will flow, and after a stabilization period, the power will turn on. It will take several seconds for the plasma to stabilize. If you look at the viewport, you can see this happen in real time. Take note of the plasma color, as it should be consistent from etch to etch with the same recipe. After your etch is stabilized, take note of the DC bias voltage on the screen. This should be consistent provided you're using the same type wafer and the same recipe. If a step is too long, or you need to abort, press the jump button to move to the next one. If you would like to abort the recipe, keep on hitting jump until the recipe is over. Additionally, in steps that have helium backing, make sure the flow stays below 10 SCCM. If it's higher than that, there may be something wrong either with your wafer or with the chamber. Please let a staff member know if this occurs. After the etching is finished, the recipe will pump the system down to base pressure. Once this completes, the wafer will unload back into the load lock and show a recipe complete screen. After finishing a recipe, the system will go into yellow alert. This is not a problem, it just indicates that the recipe completed successfully. After unloading the wafer, the system will return to the pumping screen. From here, you can stop and vent the load lock to retrieve your sample and load a cleaning wafer. Finally, after you've finished your etch and the chamber cleaning, you can log out of the tool by returning to the user login dialog and hitting verify with no credentials. Be sure to hit OK afterwards. Thank you for your time, and contact a staff member if you have any questions.